here we were discussing the event and how excited we were for this opportunity. It was our first time at Unicorn Summit, so we didn't know exactly what to expect. So we were discussing about it, and then we stopped at Padaria Portuguesa to have breakfast, organic eggs with juice and tea, and Alex got croissant with organic coffee and a juice. When we first arrived, there were several booths at the entrance, and we went to each one of them to know exactly what they do and exchange contacts and understand a little bit more about their business.
Maybe that's one of the reasons that people decide to live one day in Europe better than in other continents. But my understanding, that's a real problem.
Right, absolutely. Dr. Garrett, your thoughts on how do we balance innovation? You're doing a lot of innovation at the University of California, Berkeley. How do you balance your innovation you're doing on longevity and others with ethical responsibility?
Well, I think the key, not just for longevity, but in general, I think the key to doing that balance is education. Because, and not just in school, but I'm talking about educating the entire populace, the entire, everybody in your country or everybody in the world. Because technology is changing so rapidly that so many people don't know how to adjust to it. In fact, I've spoken to many people, some of my relatives, about AI and about longevity and so on, and just they don't know. I mean, they don't know what's coming, and they don't know how to adapt to it. So I think we need to explain that to people. They're lost. So it's really, so education, I think, is the balancing method.
Absolutely. He's the president of the Republic of Liberland, a bold experiment on voluntary governance and digital nation building. Really looking forward to hearing from you on this. And hopefully online, Peter Fenishev leads the biology simulation on MIT, Sofia Dobrovska, CEO and partner of DeepSeek, and David Ewan Duncan, joining us also as an award-winning journalist research in charge.
So that's what I'm going to talk about. Thank you for introducing.
Thank you so much.
Run that video, that would be great.
Yeah. Team, video please.
It's great to see everyone here. It's great to be here on planet Earth with you. That's where I spend most of my time. Cosmic place in the universe is really where I've had my inspirations.
It's our lunch break, and we are eating healthy as always.
In the smallest place they could possibly find. They got the smallest plate and they put everything together. We might as well put it in this one.
Yeah. And I have the big plate. Have lots of space. Yeah, we need to hurry up. The next speaker starts at 2:30. I just posted a nice post of me and Alex. Go check it out. The 18 principles.
Sawadee Cup!
So hot.
Oh, yeah. It is very hot. We just had lunch.
This is our post to walk, this lunch walk, to improve that.
I don't have good short sleeve shirts, so I need to buy some. Tip for the guys: if you go to an event, go well dressed. People judge you on your looks. If you have a pretty girlfriend, you can dress not that well, but you still depends on the hotness of your girlfriend. Because mine's
cherry on top. You can't.
Yeah, you can't. Because mine's very hot. I could probably go in pajamas and it'd still be okay. Alright, that's enough tips for today. Peace out.
2000. Okay, and there's other ones on your Xbox 360s, about 20, something like that. So 20 million. So let's take a look at something here. The next slide. I'm sorry, this is a little blurry over glasses. iPhone 14 Pro, look where it is right now compared to the other
truly happy. So let me welcome everybody online. I'll start here with those in person, but I'll move to everybody around the panel. The question for this panel is this. We spoke about humanity. We said humanity has a chance to create a future of abundance. And technology is coming to help us. But will there be humanity and technology? Or will we have a techno-humanity? How will technology redefine life? How will it redefine intelligence? With AI, we start to see the concept of intelligence being redefined, right? We never had a technology that was almost so smart, or in some specific areas, as smart as humans, but we now start to perceive that reality. So the question is, are we merging to a future of techno-humanity? And how is this redefining humanity itself? Dairy
Wonder, whom I was a fan of, so I thought, wow, this Ray Kurzweil guy's a pretty cool inventor. And so I paid attention to what he was doing, and in 2000 he came out with a book called The Age of the Spiritual Machine, and I thought, holy cow, he's not just a brilliant inventor, he's a visionary. He looks at the world with an exponential lens, and that's why he's so good at predicting futures, because he understands things not linearly like most people, but he really sees what's going to happen. And I thought, wow, that's just like, that really changed my whole perspective on so many things. And I thought, are there other people that understand this? And I found out there was the World Transhumanist Association. And so I started looking into what they were all about, and I saw that they had
thank you note. We've mentioned before on the stage, Naveen Jain was here, Bob Richards were here, and together with Ray and Peter, they were the founders of Singularity University, a life-changing university. I was lucky enough to be one of the students in the first year. I had read Ray's book in 2005, that's why I applied, but it really changed my life. And I want to thank Ray for impacting people's lives, including mine, so much. And I'm hoping I can do a little bit of what he did for me, for many others attending this summit. And Ray, thank you so much for everything you're doing for us. Thank you so much for guiding humanity towards a better future. That's what we're looking for at the Unicorn Summit.
Yeah, well, looking at this conference, I think you're doing that. This conference is spreading the ability of exponentially growing technology that are helping us.
Ray, the future of being, science.
You want to adjust it? Go
Yeah.
ahead, I'm not sure. Perfect. Oh, yeah, this side.
Yeah.
And now we capture a unique neural signature, and we transform and turn every consumer devices into your personal access key. So it could be a headphone, a hairband, smart glasses, today it's a headband.
So you're stealing my data now?
No, we're gonna delete it right after, just for the experiments.
I go to another place, I try my biometrics, doesn't work.
And now
Somebody just logged in 5 minutes ago.
But we don't know who you are.
we create your
can
profile right now. So recreate your profile, and then we are able to recognize yourself continuously. If it's you, you have access to your personal space. Today you have access to your Mac. Boom. So this is your signature, your neural activity, how you're unique compared to the other one. Here you've got the different devices. So today it's a headband, the amplitude. And the idea is really to build a new standard, to replace the facial recognition, the fingerprints, the iris or retina scan, but no ID. You don't have to do anything. Wow, simple as possible.
Okay, but right now, do I have to always use the headband, or if I remove it, it will continue?
So remove the headband, you see?
So right now we need
It's magic, yeah.
Okay, so this would be amazing if it can pair with like AirPods.
Yeah, totally.
You listen AirPods and then you just
That's the idea.
I don't want to break this.
No, worries.
That sounds expensive.
The difference is that the music industry failed to invent the iPod. The music industry failed to invent iTunes because they thought their job was
heavily reliant on data. Everyone talks about data, and one seems to remember that old data is old and is filled with biases, mistakes. experiences and interact with us, and to redefine existing human knowledge, past human knowledge, in order to actually have a renaissance in materialized new thinking. So this
First day, check.
Bang.
It was an intensive day, but it was a very good day. We learned so much. We was just surrounded by high-level people here.
Longevity, health, focus, and I'm hangover a bit, so tired, hungry, waiting for like steak. Alright guys, take care, see you tomorrow.
The red carpet.
The purpose of this conference is to open opportunities, to create a world of potential on Earth and beyond. Joining us on stage will be Bob Richards.
It's our second day and we are here again at the same restaurant.
New fit.
It's very good. The yin and the yang. And why it's like
Chocolate and bomb.
Day 2 of the Unicorn Summit.
Life is the sum of all your choices. Be the type of person you want to meet. She is not
Very good. I need to record as well. Zoom in on this so people.
Those people who think that we really ought to be spreading bacterial life across the solar system and beyond. We better figure out a good way of agreeing on that before those payloads are out there. Oops. We also have this interesting thing that decision-making cost changes. Again, in some cases this is just because we know more. But we also get AI to act as decision support. We get various forms of advice.
more than 100 years, but that's the kind of a plan. That's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Now, sorry for that. I was not aware that you were finished. Okay, before we finish, I think it's really interesting. One of the research we did at Berkeley on consciousness, we had a question addressing what you mentioned so well, which is, are animals self-aware? What we did was we tried it on an elephant. We picked up an elephant, we painted a white mark over here, and we showed the elephant a mirror. And the elephant, as soon as he saw himself in the mirror, the first thing he did was try to remove the white mark. So he was self-aware of himself in the mirror. When you show a mirror to some animals, they get frightened and they just run away, right? So the self-awareness test was an intuitive, common sense test that clearly demonstrated that consciousness exists not just in our own brains. And then other questions come. Obviously, now's research is much more advanced than this, but I just want to illustrate the importance of this kind of work. Thank you so much. Thank you for the brilliant talk, my friend. Thank you. Thank you for staying the entire second day of the International Conference Unicorn Summit. It was a pleasure to have you here today. After this, at 8:30, we're inviting everybody to meet as a meeting point at the Hotel Palacio, the 5-star hotel next to here, for dinner. There's dinner there, and people are, getting together there to enjoy and connect. It's the same entity that takes care of our food here. At lunch, there are partners on food and beverages here at the event. And after that, there's a bar. People are meeting there. So if you want to get connected and network, please join us today. And looking forward to see you tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Day 2 done. It's finished. Another amazing day where we learned a lot of things. And yeah, we are here tomorrow again to keep expanding our knowledge in longevity, health, business, finance. That's all.
It was a very good day. I don't know if the audio is good enough, but fuck it, we'll put it like this.
Let's believe it's good.
Believe to achieve. Take Take care, guys. We're gonna probably do some dinner networking. We met some amazing people that are progressing, how women go through menopause, how women live longer, how men live longer. And I actually found out today, very interesting, if you block estrogen in a man, testosterone is harmful. So testosterone by itself, without estrogen in a man, even if it's obviously
Nothing.
yeah, it's very interesting. I never heard of that, never thought of that. And yeah, new clinical studies coming out. I found out about an $101 million prize for advancing longevity and age. 101 million.
To be young forever if they keep researching like that.
Take care, guys.
We need to thank them.
See you in 100 years.
And a lot of the times the medicines that they'll be using might be good for that organ, but might not be good for another organ, or might not be good for your mitochondria. They just don't care. They're focused on whatever they're doing.
Are we in a wellness revolution or not?
Can you hear me? Is it? Yeah, I think we are. I think COVID brought to light a lot of things where we were failing at another level. So I think we're definitely in a wellness revolution where the whole world needs to shift and we need to focus. And for me, it's really always getting back to the basics: fitness, of course, happiness, fitness, nutrition, and meditation, which look differently, different for everybody. But also just understanding our own needs as people, and that although technology is going to do a lot of good things, we have to have some balance with that and what that looks like. So yeah, definitely, I think we are in a.
It's the last day of Unicorn Summit and we look very good. So we want to record a bunch of content, network a lot, be an intensive day. We are going to stay there to network a lot, create a bunch of content also for the agency, very important, and not listen that much to the speakers this time.
To the sum, obviously, if there's like something very interesting.
We have been terrible documenting this, but I'm going to include here some of the clips vertical. We spent the whole morning interviewing the speakers and amazing people. We are going to leave it here, and also you can always check our agency Instagram and socials. Going to the second part of the day, interviewing more people, and yeah, creating a lot of content for the agency. Yeah, that's it. Do you have a few words?
I mean, no, we're gonna go out afterwards, network, meet some people. We met one of the CEOs of the fastest growing companies in the US.
That was great.
Interviewed Gary Vee, interviewed a lot of amazing, Richard Branson, a lot of amazing people. She gave us amazing advice actually. And yeah, that's it. So
check her interview.
Yeah.
Coming out soon.